All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the recording session. This is gonna be right off the bat, so I hope you're ready. Mr. 2, Mr. KanoYoshiki himself has answered these types of questions. Now, the interviewer has specifically asked, will there be 11th anniversary? Mr. 2 has specifically says, that is correct. We've started to make servants, right? Because if you don't know, earlier on, Mr. 2 speaks about how Olga Murray was pushed to Annie because they wanted to let the user base have Olga Murray early so they can enjoy Olga Murray and use her in the final battle as well. And then he specifically asked, because Olga Murray was pushed forward, there is a servants enough for 11th Annie. And Mr. 2 says that is correct. We are already in development. And they specifically says, and the interviewer asks specifically, it says, I knew it. I knew there was going to be something ahead of the final chapters. And Mr. 2 specifically says, yes, of course. We wanted to finish season 2, aka part 2, but we are moving with Annie 11 in mind, or at least the 11th year rotation in mind. It says once the 11th year has come, we're going to have another next level funny little events and funny little quote unquote blank dates, right? Like kukan, tonchiki no kukan. Like it means that like shenanigans, right? Once final chapter is over, we can do some shenanigans. Mr. 2 has not answered specifically, says he knows the answer, but we are keeping this a secret. So therefore, he knows the answer to what happens after the final chapter, but he is currently keeping it a quite the secret. The interviewer specifically asks anything to excite you to the final chapter. Mr. 2 specifically says he won't say anything. He can't say anything, to be honest. There's a lot of things that he could describe his word for, but he's not going to say it because he wants all of us to be there and all of us to do it without getting spoiled. Want to conquer final chapter together and then go to Odaien, which is like the big circle. And then ではそのみんなでに何か意味を込められているのでしょうか。詳細はありませんが、一緒にプレイしたように。So, Mr. 2 has specifically stated he's not going to explain it, but we definitely want to get to final chapter. It will be in everybody's memory. So make sure you guys do your start dash, get to the main story, and get to the final chapter, meow. 現状では分立する予定もないので、最後の最後まで駆け続ければ最高です。They said they are not delaying from the factor. They've prepared things for December 20th. They are ready for the final chapter. Okay? Simultaneously, Mr. 2 has ended the word saying, I've been the season 2 guy for 8 years. And he believes that it has been a bundle of quite the success. At the same time, ending a season 2, right, would feel a little sad. He once again reiterates that this in second chapter, right, the last chapter of season 2 is going to be a large, super large event. So I hope you guys are prepared yourself. They said that once the final chapter is released, I think we're all going to cry. But he does alliterate as saying that, no, I'm actually crying in these past few moments, including anniversary. Because up to this final chapter, the path and the roadway was very long, right? It says, I distinctly remember from the very first chapter of season 2. Specifically stating that in 2017, when he got the quote-unquote release checked and started the season 2, it says, I knew from the bottom of my heart a large Omega scale story was in production. And says, I know for a fact that once we get to the final chapter, we'll definitely have a special feeling in our heart as well. I'm pretty sure that I'll be very upfront and strong once the final chapter gets released. But once I get home and when I play FGO, I'll probably be crying in the corner when I am the user once more. So that is the final words of Mr. 2. If you want more official and direct translation, make sure you hit that like, comment, and subscribe. This is just a TLDR. Mr. 2 is excited. He says, make sure you come on in. There is an 11th year. Get your butts ready. There is going to be 11th year. And Olga Murray was front forward because he wanted the fans to enjoy her as well early and go to the final chapter with them. So, hope you guys enjoyed a quick translation. I'll see you in the other video when I'm detailed translationing. Peace.